Well, you're currently in the Thundering Lizard. With the others, I think you were just sort of discussing what to do. You got attacked by some zombies, but managed to help the town fight them off. And I think you decided to split the party.
Yeah, we were going.
Which
I was
like.
going to docks for some reason. I was literally, you know what it's like. You know, some people have got brilliant memories, other people don't. I went to docks to find something out, and I can't remember what it was. Wait a minute, I'm trying to read through all these notes now.
You have got an awesome memory though. You'll remember something really obscure in about 6 months' time. You'll be like, ah, that guy on that street corner, he's like called Bob or something.
Crazy, I know. Crazy memory system. Okay, I think either I'm looking for the artifact Soremonger, or I am looking for information on this person, Syndra. No, it's Syndra. Damn it. Jasmine. Jasmine. One of the two. This is where you say, yeah, that's what you were doing. No.
I'm not there. I'm the GM. You can ask an NPC and I'll answer through them. But
no, I was asking what I said last week to you that my character was doing in the docks, because it was actually Alex's character that made me come along with him, and then Alex said he wasn't going.
Then he said,
"It wasn't actually me that said it. It was him." I should have watched the damn video. I should have watched the video. I'm stupid.
Alright, so basically what's happening then is, yeah, you're not sure. But so Alex volunteers you to go to the docks, then he nips off to do his prayers and tells you to get on with it.
Hello! Seriously, if I ever beat Alex, I'm going to slap him.
Well, okay, well, I've put Barlin on the map for your solo adventure. Off you go.
Okay, where am I? The P?
Oh, you're not the P, sorry, you're below the P, you're the Barlin shaped thing near the.
Oh, zoomed. I have to zoom.
You're only little.
Okay, I'm going to head to the first docks up here. Oh, I now remember what I was doing. I sent you a tale. I says I'm looking for Thieves' Cant. I wanted to introduce myself to the Thieves' Guilds of the area. Oh, my memory came back. Right, Thieves' Guild.
Alright, so, okay, so yeah, you can, so you're heading down to the docks?
I'm looking for the Thieves' Cant. No, that's the signs that the thieves leave around saying, this place is good for stealing, this place is this, if you're a thief, come to this place, or something like that there. So I'm looking for the headquarters of the Thieves' Guild.
Okay, well, you can't see any real symbols on this street and there. Ah, okay, so you head back to here. As you enter the dock area here, this is like the main docks area for it's the warehouse district. In effect, it's got a rather complex kind of series of canals which mean the ships can go around and sort of park right up outside the relevant warehouse. You will see some thieves' markings on the side of the wall. It's actually walled off this area, and you get the sign of of red. It says Red Adders.
Red Adders.
Yeah, I think that might be the name of the guild. They don't say anything else particularly much here, but it's like their mark, you know, like a graffiti tag. It's like a tag of an adder, or red adder written under it.
I just typed in the note. Go ahead.
Sorry.
I was typing.
This area, while when you passed earlier you could sort of look down, because it's like sunk down this bit, you could look down from the wall part earlier in the day when you walked past the Grand Souk earlier, and it was a hive of activity down here. There were dinosaurs pulling things around, stevedores hauling, cartons off the ships and the like. But at the moment it has gone really quiet. It doesn't appear like as a residential area at all. It's just mostly warehouse buildings. There is, however, the sound of music and laughter and things coming from a smaller building off to your left.
I head towards the sounds of music.
Okay, and you will come upon a small, looks like tavern by the size of it, because it's only small. It's like a small room, and above it swings the sign of a twisted wheel, a twisted cart wheel. It looks like it's called the Twisted Wheel, and the sounds of merriment and drunkenness from it. It looks like this is the place where the dock workers go after they knock off shift and are perhaps on the way home. Make me a perception roll if you would.
I see everything.
Oh, you do see everything. However, I'm confused. My map's disappeared. My beautiful map.
What, the Fort Nizarian?
No, this is another one entirely.
Maybe you put it in a special folder called "Don't Let Anyone See These Maps" folder.
I might just need to shut it down, turn it on again.
Oh, the game?
No, just the map. I put it in the wrong folder because I'm a wally.
I was right. Yay!
Fair enough.
I said you put it in the folder. Said "Don't let anyone ever see this." Remember?
That's a whopper.
I see nothing. There's be a lot of images in the image folder.
Okay, you're coming up to the I'll hold that for
Don't actually know because you haven't shared the map with me yet because my character just vanished.
oh, your character vanished. He's up here now. That's quite good actually. It means you can only have the image on one sheet at a time. That's quite useful.
Ah, choose the spinner then.
Oh, has it shared for you?
Yep. I'm looking at myself on the dock.
Alright, so you can hear sounds of what sounds like a bawdy, rough tavern up ahead, the Twisted Wheel.
Okay, let's head in then.
Alright. Alright, so you open the door. It's very smoky and stuffy and smells like sweat. It's a sort of labourer's sweat, like they've been working all day and then just come straight down here. And it's pretty packed. There's only a few tables and chairs in here, but there are a lot of people sort of standing, so you'll need to push your way through people to get to the bar and to the south area. You'll notice immediately with that perception roll that some people clock you, immediately see people in the corner looking at you and sort of frowning because they don't recognise you. Doesn't look like a tourist hotspot, this place.
Okay, do I see any sign of like a message that says, say this password to get access to the special things?
You do not, no.
Damn it. I'm not sure how these thieves guilds talk to each other. So I just go up to the bar.
That's a good guess, but yeah. Some definitely speak to each other like that.
I whisper to the barman.
The barman's talking to another chap there, a wiry guy. The barman's a pretty well set, robust looking chap with sort of tattoo sleeves on his arms. He ignores you and is just talking to his friend at the bar.
I tap my fingers on the bar like diddle it, 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 and stir it.
Okay, he'll and turn. What do you want?
I wish an introduction.
We've got Tej and ale. That's all.
I wish an introduction to a special person.
Do we look special in here? We've got Tej and ale.
Introduction to a guild master, let us say.
They sort of look at each other. You perhaps want to be careful about that sort of thing around here.
Oh, I'm always careful.
Well, what do you want? A Tej or an ale?
A what? What's the first word?
Tej.
What is it? What's a tej?
Oh, you really haven't. You are straight off the boat, aren't you? Tej, it's a drink here. Very nice. You'll like it. Here,
yeah.
have some of this.
Oh, well, for free? Yeah, no problem. I'll take it.
No. It's
Just give it to me. I just heard you say, have one of these.
That'll be a silver to you.
Silver? Is that like 2 copper?
It's like 10 copper.
That's my character trying to get it for 2 copper. You know, I was trying to negotiate. Didn't work too well because 2 people shouted at me, "No, it's 10 copper." Where's money held in this character? Inventory.
Yeah, inventory at the bottom there. There's
Okay, I've got exactly 10 copper, so I'll do that. So okay. I'll do 2 silver. 1 silver. Okay, I pay him the silver. Okay, I hope it's worth it. And I drink. That's funny.
Cool. Okay, you find out that a mug of Tej. It's you think you've been charged a lot for it there. You're pretty sure it shouldn't be that much, but it's an amber-coloured fermented drink. It's made from honey. It's very popular in Chult. It's actually more popular than beer and ale here. It's about 4 copper pieces normally in Port Naransaroo. I've just shared it with you there.
Have I got a skill missing on my character? Because there's one above acrobatics. It's blank.
No, you probably just added a line. Acrobatics is the top skill.
I didn't add any. Just delete it. There we go. It's gone.
All right. So as you
You've linked nothing to me. It says unidentified item and it's blank.
I better identify that then. There you go. Can you see it now?
Yep. My God, you robbed me.
Yeah, you're rich. You could tell you're rich by looking at you. Fresh off the boat and all that. As you're sitting there, or standing there, a guy will approach you. He's got sort of long dark hair, westerner, certainly not a Chultan, and he's got a sort of dark brown cloak and sports a mean-looking scimitar by his side. He steps up with you. Name's Alaric, he says. You look new here. Look a bit out of your depth.
I'm not out of my depths, it's just, but I am new here. And do I know you? Should I know you?
No, I'm just being friendly. Don't mind these lot. They're all right once you get to know them. They just aren't so used to strangers just walking in here, you know. I tell you what, this will loosen you up a bit. He'll sort of look over his shoulder. Got some dancing monkey fruit if you want some. Have a bit of this. It'll make the night go much better. I can assure you.
Okay, which is the skill I use to do this? Perception? Investigate? Which one is it?
What are you trying to do?
See if he's trying to con me.
Oh, insight.
Let's see. Should have did that with a barman too, but well.
You don't think he's trying to con you? You've probably not heard. Oh well, maybe an int roll actually, intelligence roll, because you are a thiefy type.
Yep, that was a brilliant intelligence roll.
You've never heard of dancing monkey fruit, but you imagine it as some sort of popular drug of the area, and this guy's just to you just looks like he's dealing it basically out of here quite sort of openly.
Ah, okay. Nope, I have no interest in dulling my senses at this minute in time.
Oh, it doesn't dull. It doesn't dull your senses.
Give me a sample and I'll test it on someone else.
Well, you dwarves are usually quite hardy to these things anyway, so.
You want to give me a free sample so I can try it later and maybe I'll come back if I like it?
I couldn't give you a free sample. The boss, you see, would be a bit upset about this, but I could. I'll sell you a taster if you like. You can have a vial of it for. As soon as you first go and you look, and I like you. You look like a nice guy. You can have this for a silver.
Okay, what's negotiation? God, there used to be a skill called this, but they don't see it anymore. Yeah, but it used to be a barter skill, but it's no longer. I don't no longer see it. Okay, where's
persuade?
Yeah, that sounds a reasonable price.
Okay.
You say silver?
Silver, yeah. That's a bargain, that, he says.
Okay.
Is silver's...
Called...
Go ahead.
Oh, so if you got an item that's called monkey... I'm going to say monkey something, but I won't say it.
Dancing monkey fruit. I haven't actually got an item for it, I don't think. So okay, if you want to... Yeah, maybe make an item for it. You've got one vial of it at the moment. Looking around the bar though, because your perception's doing you pretty good at the moment. you see that there's some of the people in the bar. There is someone playing a lute, and some people are dancing, tapping their feet. It's for 8 o'clock at night. It's fairly raucous in here. There's some of the people who are dancing. You notice that their eyes are glazed and they look somewhat under the influence of something, you would say. They appear to be dancing rather enthusiastically. Look like they're having a good time. So you're in the game, are you? You like a hustle?
I could like to hustle, yes. Who am I speaking with, though? And,
Name's Alric.
you said that already. I meant, what's your position?
Well, right now, just he'll smile. Just approaching you cordially. Just to remind you that there are people who look after such affairs and here and any activity of that nature would need to be sanctioned.
Okay. Well, that's why I came. I know the rules of new cities.
Good for you. See, I told you I liked you. And what's your name there? I've never asked your name.
Oh, you can call me Barlin.
Barlin. A fine name for a dwarf, that, Barlin.
It is if you pronounce it correctly. Let's say.
So
yes.
What brings you to port? Go ahead.
I need some information from you.
Right.
What do you know about this person called Jasmine?
Jessamine?
That's right, Jasmine. Yeah, it's a very strange name. We're here about this death curse, and I've heard rumors that your girl Jasmine's been affected by it. I've also heard that there's a cure.
A cure?
And that's probably worth a lot of pretty penny if we can find that and sell it.
You know of such a cure?
I've heard of an item that can cure, but I don't know where the item is. That's why I'm here in this continent or peninsula. Look for it.
I see.
You must have heard of it too. It's all over the magic world.
Oh, yeah, I know all too well about the disease.
Meant the cure.
But not the cure. I've heard nothing. All I know is that the priests, the usual do-gooders and the like, are unable to stop it.
Oh. What can you tell me about this Jasmine then?
Fine lady. Yeah, worked her way up from nothing. She did, and she's now on the council here, one of the 7 merchant princes.
Is she against us or for us?
Oh, we work cordially. Let's say. Each of the merchant princes deals with their own areas of trade and an area of business within the port. Jessamine, she deals with plants, poison, and more activities that might require people such as ourselves.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's one step closer to an introduction. Friendship.
But I think she may be interested in this cure that you know of.
Oh, I don't know of it. I seek it. Do you ever hear of an item called the Soulmonger?
No, afraid not. But there's many strange items here on Chult.
Yeah, but it's a big place, and I'll have to go find it first. Who's the best person in this city of yours to ask about historical artifacts?
Historical artifacts. Well, I guess it'd be the Wakanga Atomu, Prince Atomu. He's the merchant prince here who takes care of arcane
How do you spell
items.
that?
You spell it?
Yeah, I need to write down his name, and I don't know how to spell it from Akela, whatever you just said. I need his name. Oh God, that's nowhere near what I was going to spell.
It's probably nowhere near as my pronunciation didn't do it justice, no doubt.
So he looks after magic, you say? Interesting.
He may help
Well,
you, but also in matters of diseases and the like, it's usually priests that you'd want to speak to rather than the arcane. There are several prominent priesthoods, temples in the city.
I'll try that too. Well, we can try everything.
Well, I'm glad you've introduced yourself here. Where are you staying at the moment?
The Thundering Lizard, I think it's called.
All right, okay. So we could contact you there then.
Yeah, you contact me. I'm with other people, but don't contact them. They do not know. They don't know what we know. They're not in the same organizational thing. Wink,
Of
wink,
course.
nod, nod.
Of course, this is, yes, between us.
So I take it you're, and I whisper, a red adder.
He just laughs and says, well, possibly if you play your cards right here, there may be work for you in Port Nyanzaru, if you wish it.
Oh, yeah. I need to get some coin. It seems I get charged a pretty penny for drinks in this city. Do we get a discount?
I think it, once you get to know him, I'm sure he will be more obliging, and he'll lean over and sort of nod to the barman, and he'll just exchange a whispered word with him, and the barman will nod. He comes back over to you, Alric, and he says that should fix the prices here, if nothing else. As he nips over to the bar, Barlin, you notice outside, through the window behind the barman, you can see there are two men out there. One of them you recognise from earlier. He's a mercenary who bears a flaming fist emblem upon his chest. He's a member of the Flaming Fist mercenary band that Warblin was interested in earlier. And there's another man who's cowled. You can't see his face. You can't make out that much about him. He's fairly heavy set though. He's cowled and has his back to you. You notice that the man with the cowl passes over it looks like a scroll rolled up, and the Flaming Fist man gives him a pouch of gold in return for this.
What was he handed over?
It looked like a scroll or some parchments.
I thank Aldrich for his information, and then I try to walk out, and I want to try and see if I can bump into this cloaked figure and grab this scroll.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But, you know, whenever the red guy's not looking, the flame guy. Hopefully they separate. Oh, I should yeah, I'll just pick it. Could have followed them, but I'll pick it. I will go for my gut reaction. I went thief first. This is where you're getting pictures, aren't you?
Thinking, processing.
Ding dong.
That's pretty much how it goes.
I'm currently thinking my skills are level 2. Will this go well for me?
Alright, so that's where these two are here.
Okay, I can't see them. I went up, down. Oh, over the other side, right? Okay,
Yeah,
so I have to go out the back door.
Yeah, you kind of saw them through the window there as how it went.
I'll follow the S until he's separated from the F, and then I will quickly catch up. Oh, well, hopefully catch up and bump into him and try and pick it. Bye. See you later. Been fun.
Right. Well, Alric, are you saying anything to him, or are you just trying to slip off?
Oh, no, I says thank you for the information. I'll head off now back to my thing, and you drop in any work on.
Are
find any?
Are you leaving your drink, or are you going to neck it down?
Oh, I drank it already.
Drink it. Okay, fair enough.
Drank it as soon as you give it to me. Remember?
Okay, neck it back. Whether you like it or not, it's up to you. It's like a mead type of variant. It is quite it's a bit sweet, but tasty. Like a cidery type thing.
I'm still alive, so I'm okay.
You're still alive, yeah. Nothing bad.
No, Barland's point is if he's still alive after drinking something, it's okay.
Okay, yeah, I see. All right, so you as you move around here and open the door, you'll be greeted by the flaming fist man who looks like he's heading back into the bar. He sort of scowls at you as you're kind of blocking his path. Just behind him there, you can see the other man, the cowled man, sort of shuffling off.
Okay, which one had the money? Which one had the scroll?
The flaming fist guy paid the cowled guy for the scroll.
Oh, so I'm thieving off the flaming fist. Okay. Right.
Well, the flaming fist paid. Well, yeah, if you want to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna bump into him at the store.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for you.
Right, what skill is that? Sleight of hand?
So
no, it's not, is it? It's thieving.
Thieving is sleight of hand, I think. Let's have a look. It is definitely sleight of hand versus perception, I'd wager.
Yeah, it is sleight of hand, dexterity, right, okay.
Is it opposed? I think it probably is an opposed roll.
DM may also call for dexterity sleight of hand check. Determine whether you lift a coin purse off another person or slip something out of another's pocket. I'll just roll anyway.
Okay. Apologies for the others who are waiting. We'll
they all smell anyway.
Well, to be fair, the waiting less than they would have done if we'd have just started at the start, I guess.
Ooh, not bad. Not great, but it's not bad. Yeah.
Okay, so.
That's what this guy's not level 20 and he just goes. Blah, blah, blah.
Yay! You bump into the man, and you saw where he stashed it. He basically just tucked it sort of absently in his belt, just under his cloak. But pushing past him on the way out gives you the perfect time to do it. It just looks like you happen to be leaving as he's going in, going through the small doorway. He's a pretty big guy, pretty heavily armoured, chain shirt, shield type guy. So he takes up most of the doorway. As you squeezing through, you manage to slip your hand into his underneath his cloak, and your dwarven fingers will grasp the scroll that he was given, and you manage to take it stealthily. Well done.
Yay! Right, I head back to the inn with the others are. I quickly, I don't quicken my step when he's there, but I start increasing my speed whenever the door closes. So he's probably going to look at the scroll when he sits down. I don't want to be anywhere near.
Yeah, okay, so you quicken your step and you get the hell out of there pretty quick. Alright, so within moments of saying that you won't do any thievery without, unsanctioned thievery, you go and nick something. Brilliant. But it was all good, Okay, and you quickly make your way back off to the Thundering Lizard. So, in the last short bit, Barlin has snuck off down to the docks to try and make some contacts and find out some more about the Soulmonger, the item that you were searching for that could be the cure for the curse, the death curse, which is afflicting everybody in Faerun and the world, really. And what are the rest of you doing?
I think Waldman was heading to the mercenary guys, the Flaming Fist people.
We serve the Flaming Fist.
With Glimmet.
Okay, you're going to try and track them down.
Yeah. Just a question. Is Glimmet sort of walking beside Warbling, or is he riding piggyback?
I'm not. I don't deign to sit on your shoulder.
I'm just wondering.
Seems like the offer was out there. It was an unspoken offer. Yes, Anna will, realizing that she feels that for once now she'll be able to confidently call an animal companion. She will head out into the night, try and find a late night butcher's or the equivalent of what's needed, or if not, just spend the time hunting something, and then do a nighttime vigil, probably. Further in than Malar's throat, even, I think, to the jungle proper.
Sure. Okay.
And she will inform somebody that she is doing this, so they don't just go, where's Anna gone? She's disappeared.
I'm just realizing that your token's not linked up to you. Yep.
Alright, so you so let's do Glimmet and Warbling.
Yeah, just give me a minute while I'm restarting Fantasy Grounds.
Okay, in the meantime, Santa, then you'll sneak off and you'll pass through Malar's throat and enter into the edges of the jungle. The place seems it's teeming with life first, which you probably like. There's a cacophony of sound everywhere. This is a proper untamed jungle wilderness. Even right pushed up close to the port city, it seems like people don't really venture far out of the area of the port itself. You also noticed how many people are actually out in the slum area around outside the walls. You think probably half the population of the city actually lives outside the city, and only the sort of rich half live within the safety of the walls.
Nice to note.
So I'm going to now I'm going to always use random. Who's that? Sorry, I'm going to use random tables for Chult, which sort of always use, and it's good for showing sort of how dangerous it is and kind of unpredictable. So it's going to be generally hard going. However, you're only just on the outskirts of the city, so you're not in a cursed area or
Plus,
anything.
Ranger as well. So
Plus, you're a
Does make-
ranger.
yeah, it does make it significantly easier to survive.
Yes, you're very well at home. As you're, it's probably been a while since you've been in jungle and felt quite so at home.
Mm.
So, if you'd like to do me a survival check here, Sano, which will be
Am I in jungle at the moment?
You are certainly.
In that case, I get double proficiency. And I also get advantage, which is good. Not that good, but still better than it was.
You're a little rusty, I think, from your from your time away. But okay, you find a reasonable place to sit and sort of do your work. I believe you're doing some sort of magic, are you? Tell me what you're up to.
Well, I'm not necessarily sure it's magic, but essentially it does involve herbs and ritual. It's more, I think, the feeling of becoming one with nature and then sensing the life that's in the area around you and then selecting and calling to an appropriate companion within the wilderness.
Okay, I'd like you now to. So you'll start about doing that, and night will fall over the area. Make me roll me 2d20 if you would, please.
Okay.
Okay, we shall come back to you in a moment because I think that the others are back, Warbling and Glimmet. Okay, so you'd like to. You're sitting in the Thundering Lizard at the moment, and you'd like to try and make contact with the Flaming Fist. How are you going to go about this?
Well, okay, I've actually forgotten why we would do that. How's it relate to our quest?
I think it was because you were a mercenary and you wanted to make contact with a local mercenary company in case they knew anything. It was just a knowledge thing, I think, to begin with.
Yeah, well, you knew anything about what exactly?
I think again we have the thing about looking for the soulmonger. We did discover that Jessamine, one of the 7 merchant lords, may be affected by the death curse. But I think it was just general getting bedded in, getting a lay of the land, that sort of thing, more than anything else. Just general information.
Right. Okay. Well, we might have seen as we walked. You told us that we saw some of the mercenaries in uniform while we walked to the Thundering Lizard. So I think it would be best to just head out, see if we see anyone, and then ask them.
Okay, so you're going to sort of have a wander around, see if you can see anyone with the emblem of the Flaming Fist on them.
Yeah.
All right, so let's have a look at skills. No streetwise in this. This is what freaks me out when I switch systems. Is trying to get used to the new skill set. Investigation. Yeah. Sort of looking around for likely areas where they may be. Yeah, make me investigation checks, Glimmet and Warbling.
I'm not too good at that, so yeah.
Better than Glimmet.
Oh.
Is there anywhere in particular you're headed in the city? I'll pop you on the city map.
Well, I don't know, just sort of back from whence we came.
Okay.
Probably towards the I don't know, towards the docks, I guess.
Towards the docks. All right. Yeah. So you kind of head off back towards the docks. How long is it after Barlin left that you leave?
Well, when did he leave? Was it like wait? Are we at the same evening?
It is the same evening. Yeah, you've just fought the zombies and returned back to the Thundering Lizard. It's your first day still in Port Nansaroo.
Right. Well, we're probably just not too long, I think. Unless Glimmet had anything he wanted to do.
Merely to study some scrolls.
Okay, I'll have a short rest then while he studies some scrolls.
Oh, okay. So you'll you study some scrolls for a bit and then head out?
Yep.
Alright, okay. In which case, you head down towards the docks. You don't meet Barling coming the other way, but you do meet a red-faced and angry-looking man with chainmail on, rather heavy-set guy with a beard, and he's looking red-faced, and you can see his lips moving from far away. As he's walking towards you, he's like he's muttering to himself. He's got a very determined stride.
Ooh. I think Glimmet will be better at eavesdropping.
Sorry?
I think Glimmet will be better at, hearing what he said. So I'm terrible at.
What?
You're not where I am.
What's he talking about?
A bit more lip reading from here, so I guess you can do investigation again, I guess.
Yeah, or perception. Another one on it.
Can I have my owl go over and sort of perch nearby and then listen through its ears?
Absolutely, yeah, you can. Yeah.
I have an advantage.
Okay, your owl will flap up and sort of land nearby to him. He's probably only about 100 yards from it at the moment, and he's making his way towards you, sort of stomping down the street. You can hear the... he says, "Den of thieves, can't trust a one of them. Give him his money," and he just took the damn thing straight back off me. I'm sure I've not lost it. He's definitely taken. Damn it, just wait till later he hears about this.
Who is this?
This is a mercenary. He's on his own at the moment. He's walking from the docks area towards you. You're just at the gateway to the docks on the map there. He's looks like he's grumbling and complaining about losing something or having something stolen.
How can we tell he's a mercenary?
He has the emblem of the Flaming Fist on him. Right. It's the Flaming Fist Mercenary Company, quite a big. Yeah.
Oh, we should talk to him. I start to go. I go over to him.
I don't know. I think I know. I think I'd be better at it, unless. Unless you want to absolutely give it a try.
Well, I'm walking over to him. I'm going to be terrible at it, but I'm still going to talk to him.
Right. Well, I'm walking as well, and I have longer legs than you, so I'll get there before you do.
Hell, I see you were wearing the emblem of the Flaming Fist.
Yeah. What of it? Do you have need of our services?
We're after information, actually. We're pursuing a certain line of inquiry, and perhaps we can pay for your information, or something we can help you with. I can help, but over here you seem to have been robbed.
Yeah, you don't want to go in there at night. The place is just full of thieves. Rob you blindly. Well, just wait till Leonie hears of this. She'll put right to it.
And where would this be? This den of thieves?
Oh, the docks area, just behind us.
Well, I shall be sure to avoid it. Now,
Well, so
death curse. What do you know about a death curse?
Death curse? Not a lot. Just that some folk are dying. Tend to be rich folk though. So I don't know. Hopefully, some war will crop up as a result of it.
Rich folk, you say? Anyone particular in this area?
Well, Torqua's one of the princes has come down with it, and I think some priests, some priests up at the temple, Severus. But I don't know, not my business really. We're too busy exploring the chult. We've commandeered most of the eastern part. You mind if you go out there looking for treasure? You've got to pay us a warrant, a license to do so.
Oh, where would we do that, and how much does it cost?
A warrant. You'll need to go to Fort Bellendir. One moment. Share the map with you. Fort Belurian. It's the you must have heard of it surely. Just up the coast to the east here. It's an outpost of the Flaming Fist. We've made great inroads. A huge part of Chult is ours now. All under our control. Any of the treasures, anything you find in here, it is ours.
Okay. Right. I sort of look at him in a mercenary type way. I don't know how. Say, listen, I'm a old mercenary myself. I know that people of our sort don't come here for nothing. What's their goal? What are you here for?
Oh well, we're here for the gold and artifacts, of course. Doing great. We are. You ought to join up if you head up to Fort Belurian. Ask to meet Leonie, our commander there. I'm sure she'll take you on. You look like just the type we need.
Well, I know that they all obviously do it for the money, but you wouldn't happen to know who's behind it, who's hired, or maybe you're not high enough up in the system to know that.
Oh well, I know my commander is. The commander here, she's Liara Pieter. I'll just put it in chat for you. She's the commander of it.
Limit will probably be my scribe, because he can read and write, I guess. You're writing this down?
Well, I'm just putting that in there out of character, so you know.
Yeah. Right. Well, do you have anyone closer? Anyone here in town that we might talk to?
There's a few of us come here for leave and pick up supplies and things and take it back to the fort. But really, if you want to join up, you need to go to Fort Belurian. There's no one here really of much authority. We're just all on missions and the like.
Oh, I see. Have you been in conflict with them? Oh.
No, not conflict. The people of the port here are mostly interested in trade. You know, trading with other people. So we're, and it's so dangerous out there. No one else can go out apart from a stout of heart of the Flaming Fist.
Right. I'm going to do a persuasion check to see if I can get some more information out of him. Ooh, not too good.
DC 10, not a complete fail.
That's all right. Well, while he's on the subject of bragging, it seems one of his favourite things. He'll say, we're doing so well at the moment, I'm making a fortune, I'll be able to retire soon. We've plundered totally the city of Mesro, taken off all the relics we have. It used to be some great capital or something of the Chultons, but we've picked it clean. We're moving on to other things now, further into the jungle.
Oh, is it abandoned or?
Well, it is now. I mean, there's everywhere in the forest is pretty dangerous, particularly with the areas where the undead are. But it's as safe as can be.
Well, thank you for your time. You have a good evening, and well, you wouldn't happen to tell us what it was you lost in case we find it. Like what they took from you.
It's not of any importance to you. However, you did mention a matter of coin, from my knowledge. Smiles.
Yeah, of course. I know, I know our, well, I don't want to say you lot, but our lot sounds odd. Our kind. Give him some, I don't know, what would be appropriate.
How about nothing? I'm not paying him anything.
A silver piece is what a standard labourer would get paid for a day's work, really.
Right, I'll give him a silver piece.
He'll smile and nod. It's a pleasure, and I hope I see you at Fort Blurian.
Yeah, we might see that.
Riches
Have a
beyond
good
your
evening.
wildest dreams, will be. And he looks like he remembers something, looks cross once more, and begins stomping off. Unless you have anything else to say to him.
What do you make of this, Glimmet?
Well, I don't want anything to do with those fanatics. It's not their jungle, is it?
Well, if they kind of is. They've made it theirs.
Because they've put a flag in it.
Yeah, that's kind of how things work.
Well, we'll see.
I think we're going to have to deal with them at some point if we want to be in the area.
Perhaps we should continue our line of inquiry at the Temple of Savros.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
It is perhaps getting a little late now. You've perhaps been wandering around for an hour. It's about 9 o'clock, but you could still head there if you wish, or you could regroup back at the Thundering Lizard.
We'll regroup then, shall we?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, it has been a long day, and you make your way back to the Thundering Lizard. You find that Sana isn't there. I imagine you told people you were leaving, did you, Sana?
Yeah, I made sure. Probably told Alexander's character, whose name I've forgotten, and Lionel was probably there at the same time, so I'll inform them that I have business to attend to this night.
Okay, and so that's dealt with everybody apart from Lionel. What were you up to, mate, while these lot were wandering around and doing stuff?
I had one of my retainers going out looking for this what was she called? The woman
Jessamine?
the Seven Lords. Jessamine. With my, because I've got, what's it called? My scroll of pedigree with him to go and introduce or set up a meeting sort of thing.
Okay, so Misha at the Thundering Lizard will say, well, if you want to meet any of the merchant princes, the best place to do so is their Golden Throne, which is put a little arrow to it on the map. It's just on the hill in the north. It's an old Amish building. It used to be owned by a rich Amish merchant, but has now been reclaimed and is the council building, for want of a better word, where the princes meet.
Thank him for his words.
Who's sending him off there? So, what are your 3 guys called again? Sorry. Or gals? I don't know. Are they?
There's one.
Curly.
I didn't have names for him, although Kerry gave some good names.
Oh, it doesn't.
By the way.
Well, you have a think about it, and so you're going to send them off to Golden Throne, or?
One of them, yes. One of them will go to try and will take my letters of introduction, sort of thing, my scroll of pedigree to introduce to prove to who I am.
Okay.
And hopefully agree to a meeting with myself, and I think it was Sana was going to come with me.
Sana is busy.
So I guess the rest of us.
Okay, so you'll just stay in the Thundering Lizard and send your guys off to arrange a meeting. Lionel?
Yes, I will stay and enjoy myself, have a drink.
Okay, you'll be able to sample the local beverage, which is called Tej. It is made from sort of honey. It's a light amber-coloured drink, which is quite sweet, but tastes very nice. Very popular around here. All right, and so yeah, Barlin, you can read the scroll in your room. Do you want me to just tell you what it is, or would you like me to do it sneakily?
Do it sneakily, and then if it's appropriate, I'll let the others know. Yeah. Sneaky. Oh, okay.
Getting sound effect. Obviously, there's something it picked up text-wise in that.
It was supposed to. It was something whispery. It was me whispering to Barlin, I think, as well. All right. So, okay, you all, apart from Sana, then meet back at the Thundering Lizard. Is there anything you want to do there?
Right. Do we meet up?
You do.
Share information. Sorry, still writing notes. Okay. Meet the others. I know the ranger's out and about, so she won't hear this. I said to the others that I got some information, and basically they were saying if we want to find out about this soulmonger, to ask at the temples or ask a Prince Wakanga Tamu about magical. He's the Prince of Magic in this area, and the Jasmine is the person who deals with poisons and plants. She's open to negotiations.
We were pointed in the direction of the temple as well.
Ah.
So also found out that the Fleeting Fist guys, they're not in town, but they have a big fort to the east, where they have pillaged the whole site, picked it clean, and they also control the area. If we're going in there, then we'll need a license to loot anything.
Loot a thing from what? The forest?
Yeah,
like trees?
just any treasures we find, I would think.
From where though? From The whole area? The whole area?
Yeah. How big was that area? There was it? Is it like the? We didn't ask actually.
Well, he was kind of bragging. He said the whole east of the peninsula is what he said.
Ah, yeah. They said the whole. Yeah, he said the whole east of the place, but it's probably exaggerated.
Oh, east of here is all that sea out there, so okay, well, that's fine. What's that noise?
Okay, so if you nothing else to add to that, I'll nip back to Sani.
Just making sure I haven't missed anything in my notes. No. What? Oh, well, I'll go. I'll whisper you. Doesn't matter.
Okay, so I'll give you all a long rest. Sani, you spend a interesting evening in the jungle. You probably quite like it. You don't get attacked by anything hostile or anything.
She basically spends all the time she's concentrating. It's there's a minute or two of concentration, and then she centers her thoughts and her perception on the noise of an animal she can hear, and then it's like her mind's eye goes and sees and follows that animal, and it does that. The whole primeval awareness thing, basically tracking and seeing any beast. So she follows a snake, and then a bit of a dinosaur, and then something with multiple legs that's got too much hair, and
Like a spider.
possibly until towards the morning. So that's when she detects a small group of hunting velociraptor.
Sure.
And begins to just sense the traits and the qualities of the individual members of the pack until she basically begins to center her attention on a young female, not dominant, obviously, like second or third tier. So without other members of the pack dying, she wouldn't particularly become or be anything. And she'll start just the it is magic, the rangers things, but it's an attunement to nature more than anything else. And she'll just begin to reach out with those senses and just coax the young lizard in her direction.
And the young dinosaur will sort of turn to you, cock its head curiously, and hop towards you, and pause a little way away and look at you curiously, a little timid and frightened, but curious.
Just sit there, sort of crouched. Every so often make eye contact, but nothing threatening, and reach into the pack of tidbits and whatever that's part and parcel of the process of the ritual, and just begin to throw a trail of meats that the feathered creature can hop along and follow.
And it'll take time, but eventually you'll build up the creature's trust enough for it to sort of take the treats, and after a while you get it to move close enough for you to touch, and it'll be sort of sitting beside you.
Okay. Reach out and scratch her underneath the feathers on her chin.
It'll she'll step away at first, and then eventually begin to sort of lean in as you realise that's actually quite nice, and sort of lift her chin for you to scratch her there.
And just spend the remaining time building the bond between the ranger and the companion.
Okay.
Until it's probably past dawn and realises that it's complete. And then look down, and she can't actually talk directly to the animals, but primeval awareness does represent a sort of a kinship, and she can make herself understood to them. And as the light of the morning sun begins to bathe the area where they are, and colours are becoming clearer, the bright green ruff of feathers around the velociraptor's neck is the first thing that catches the light. And that's when Sana decides, she says, "Your name will be Jade. Come, Jade, we have work to do." And then with her hopping along behind her, she'll make her way back into town.
That's actually quite sweet. Yeah, she will hop along sort of behind you, looking up at you sort of lovingly occasionally, and following at your heel back into town.
And once we get back to town, that's when I realise there is a slight personality flaw in Jade, because it seems that any time, I mean, she sticks to me, but she appears to snarl at everyone.
Yeah, it doesn't like anyone but you.
Literally, she snarls at strangers, and everybody except her ranger is a stranger.
Okay, so luckily it's fairly early in the morning, there aren't too many people around, but you will discover that she does indeed sort of snarl and hiss at anybody who's anyone nearby.
Then make my way back to the Thundering Lizard. Yawning. Yeah, ranger, stranger, danger.
Okay. Yawning, you make your way back. Are you going to go back up to your room, or?
Yeah.
What time?
I know Alexander's character is probably asleep, but she'll try and catch maybe an hour or two sleep. I don't know what time these guys are planning on getting up. But she'll have a short rest at best, probably.
Okay.
I believe I am probably going to be exhausted.
Yeah, but I think it was quite exhilarating for you at the same time.
Okay. So don't miss 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, I think it'll be. You can make me a Constitution check with advantage, I think, and just get a DC 10. You'll be okay. And this is just from the general excitement and feeling of accomplishment, which will sort of push you forward.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
You'll be okay. Okay, so you're all back in the same place. You're all in the Thundering Lizard. Goodness. And let's see, Mo. Was Mo the one who Lionel sent out to arrange an appointment?
It was. Is that what they're called? Mo.
I don't know. I was just came up.
Doing the Three Stooges. That's what I made that joke about.
Okay. No, they were called Squire Sunto Dai, Master Willie Byatt, and Lady Felina Pitt.
Oh,
apparently.
Cool.
So that's what Kerry gave. So
that was a joke.
I know, it's funny. I've got nothing better yet. Yeah, so it was one of them. We'll say Mo for now, but I'll come up with names for them.
You know, there's name generator programs out there. It takes a couple of seconds just to run it.
Where are they staying, by the way?
That's the point, because you're sharing your room with. I think you were with Barlin, weren't you?
Well, they're only servants, so they normally sleep in the downstairs thing. So they're probably used to sleeping in front of the fire and that kind of thing. I imagine.
I wonder what them little icons on my character are.
Conditions, probably.
They're the three of them. The Herald of Dawn, the Chronicler of Dawn, and Banner of Dawn.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I gave them titles rather than names. We don't know them by name. Hence, my name's Dawn.
Ah, cool. Okay.
Sounded quite
So who's the one who goes off to make appointments for you? Introductions.
Unfortunately,
Harold.
probably Harold. But he's not very good at it. He's just
Please,
grumpy
you
old
stop
sod.
it.
Okay, and which prince did you want him to try and make appointments with?
It was with the
Jessamine.
Jessamine.
Why has your character got gnomes following them around?
Because I'm a knight, a noble knight, and I get retainers.
Yeah, but gnomes. They're all gnomes.
I just no, they're not. They're not necessarily gnomes.
You
I
said
don't know what-
gnomish type character on each
Yeah.
of them.
exactly. It's just they're not quite. But if you see, no one quite knows what they are.
Right.
Gnome fetish.
You just pick very short people to make it seem tall.
They've just always been with my family.
Uh,
I know not why. They've been there since I was a child. All this race, this whatever. 3 were assigned to me.
Yep, by a rich family. It's the Herald of Dawn. He will say that sadly Jessamine refused to see you. Said she was too busy. However, he did see if anybody else would be available, and Mr. Atomu, Prince Atomu, Wakanga Atomu, is available, and he'd be happy to see you after lunch in the in Golden Throne.
Prince Atomu. Well, we can't keep him waiting, then, can we?
Well, it's pretty early in the morning at the moment, so but he said he'll see you after lunch.
what exactly do we want with him, though?
We're trying to get to speak to Jessamine, aren't we? Jessamine. Don't we? I thought we wanted to talk to Jessamine.
You did, but
Oh yeah, we did also hear that there are other rich people who are affected by the curse.
He's one of the rich people.
She.
Princess.
Jessamine is a she.
Sorry, no, the prince.
Ah.
Because I can't get to speak to Jessamine yet. She's refused.
So if nothing else, you could point us in the direction of someone who might help.
Yep, he might be able to help. It's a lead, if nothing else. It's a start, rather. Not
Well-
a lead, it's a start.
There are many people still to talk to within the city.
Well, we've got the two merchant princes to talk to, and we've got to talk to people in the temple.
There are 7 merchant princes.
I says we need to talk to 2 of them.
What about the other 5? Would they not know anything?
I don't know anything about the other 5. I was just told 2 of them.
Maybe one thing we can immediately find out is who are the other 5?
Well, you could have found that out. Well, what were you doing? We were out looking for stuff. What were you doing?
I'll
No,
look
you came
down
back.
to the velociraptor that's sticking to my side like glue.
Whoa! Who let that thing in here?
spits at you.
And I
Jade,
sort of kick in his
stop it.
direction.
Jade, behave. She is my
Yeah.
companion.
Hey, have you checked if these are allowed in here? You don't know that.
No one complained when we came in this morning.
How big is it?
And she yawned slightly. It's about 2.5 feet, 3 feet tall. Think, like I said, proper size, large turkey.
Oh, so it's the size of your up to your knee then?
Yeah.
It's probably, its head is Glimmet height, most likely. How tall is Glimmet?
Depends if he's got his high heels on, his platforms on.
Yeah.
I don't know how tall gnomes are, but yeah, the head's probably slightly lower than Glimmet's head.
So he could use it as a mount if need be.
No, she is not that big.
Well, we refused to rub our shoulders, so he has to get. Yeah.
Out of character, however, if I was a small ranger, I could have used, if I didn't choose a small mount, I could have chosen a medium creature and ridden it as well. So, but do not wish to do that. I was And where I was last night was communing in order to call her to me. And Jade sits there looking at people nervously. Every so often she hisses, and there's the tack, tack, tack of the large scythe-like claws on the the stone floor of the tavern.
Well, so long as she's not, doing a business at my gear, then I guess I'll be fine.
She will not eat anything that is left unattended. I will deal with her feeding habits.
Oh, less about you and more about this mission.
There are many people outside the city as well. My movements last night, I was able to see that the vast majority of people do not live within the safety of the walls. So while we may be able to find some things within, there is probably as much to find out without the city walls. But I do not think any of the lords live outside the city.
Well, let's go and find what the other 5 lords deal with then, because we know what 2 of them deal with, so let's find out what the other 5 do. Let's just ask this barman, he'll know everything.
The 2 that we know of, sorry, this was obviously a conversation when I was not here. Jessamine, I know from yesterday, was poisons.
And plants.
And what about the second one that you know of?
Magic.
Wizard guy.
The other one's magic.
Right.
I can't pronounce the name. It's Prince something.
What kind of?
W. How do you know that?
You just said it.
Did I?
You can't pronounce the name, but I think Barlin probably can.
Oh.
As you are sitting there, the Misha, the landlady, will sort of glide around around your table and place your breakfasts on there that you ordered. You get breakfast with your meal, and she'll cast a little curious glance down at your pet, Jade, and say, "I hope you can keep that under control."
She will behave. Can I have some raw meat for her, please?
Certainly. Though it would perhaps be a little extra for for some additional meat. Only really cater for the bed and breakfast for yourself and the cost of the room.
That is fine.
You're going to keep that thing on the leash, or what?
She does not need to be leashed.
Oh, you don't know that yet.
She barks in Cholton to Jade, who proceeds to perk her head up and then goes and hops up onto the first bar stool and then proceeds to hop onto the next and then the next and then the next and then the next, does a full 180, comes back and sits back down at Sunna's side.
Do 5 rolls so he falls off and hurts herself.
He's very, very athletic. So yes, okay.
She will do as she is told. And she will help you during battle as well.
Oh, clever girl.
I hope she will be.
Jake gives you a dirty look, Warbling. As you're all sort of discussing this, and you have a display from Jade, and you're all getting used to the new addition to the party, the door swings open, and in walks a tall half-elf woman with a symbol on her shield. It is the symbol of, well, you can make me a religion roll, actually, if you want.
Do we get to do it if we're not trained in religion?
Sure, yeah, it's common knowledge there.
Wobbling mutters some sort of half racial slur used against half elves.
Ah, not local then.
What role is religion? Oh, there it is.
It's an int skill.
Couldn't see it. We'll find it. What's DC? I make it, that's what I meant, because I'm the lowest roller.
Okay, so the image you see is of an open hand. It is the image of the god of God Torm, the loyal fury, the true, the hand of righteousness, a god of duty, loyalty, and is revered by those who face danger to bring about a greater good. Quite often followed by paladins and the like. The woman in front of you, however, is judging by her tusks, is a half-orc female. She stands at the doorway and says in a rather loud voice, which is perhaps a little louder than necessary because there's only really you in here at the moment. She says, I seek an audience with Sir Lionel Dawn.
One of my little ones will wave the banner around.
Okay.
Excitedly. Jump around. He's here. He's here.
One of you,
Stands to greet her.
Your
Sorry,
herald.
I can't get out of my head now that basically you're being served by Fraggles.
Yeah.
That's the image I've got.
I'm imagining sort of Santa's elves.
I think
The stripes and everything.
yeah, they're kind of just like servant people, really, announce you and that kind of thing, dress you, and they won't get involved and they won't go adventuring, for example. But
Oh no, they don't actually give me any benefit.
well, they might do, in a role play
Yeah.
sense. I'm not going to,
Yes. Yeah.
In fact, they kind of
Yeah.
have now because being announced in a proper way has led to this encounter. Your herald will just say Lionel Dawn, announce like the presence of Lionel Dawn. Some of you might think this is all very, very formal. But she will approach and say, my lord, I'm Undrill Silvertusk. I am a representative of the Order of Gauntlet, and I'm newly arrived here in Port Nyanzaru. It seems I have found myself in a difficult situation, and I beseech your aid.
You're with which order? I may I ask again, sorry?
I am a member of the Order of the Gauntlet. You have heard of the Order of the
Yes.
Gauntlet.
I have heard much of their dealings. You require aid. In what way can I help you?
Just as an aside, the Order of the Gauntlet are a group that vows to protect others from the depredations of evildoers. They place their faith in good-aligned deities such as Torm, Helm and Tyr, and they bring the strength of their faith, their hearts and their weapons to bear against villainy. It's quite a militant organisation, but one that fights for the good. It's she says, the Order of the Gauntlet has landed here on Chult with and has committed. The Order has committed considerable resources towards quelling the undead menace here that plagues the peninsula. We have a forward base, Port Righteous, Camp Righteous here, and oh damn it! I've lost my page. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, such a noob.
So, do these Order of the Gauntlet, would they be out to get people like these undead people as well, the ones that are dying? Or are they...
I don't think the people that are dying are considered undead.
Sorry, there's people that were dead, aren't there?
Yeah, I think they're in the process of
There's a
dying
myth.
again. I don't think they're unnaturally alive. Well, except resurrection brings you unnaturally to life.
So would they be still out to get them? Would they hate those people, or is it just...
You speak of resurrection. There are some who doubt the morality of such a practice. However, it is generally agreed that it is returning the soul to life rather than a state of undeath. Creating undead as using evil forces, necromantic negative energy, which is unholy and unnatural. It is that which we focus our attentions against.
a worthy cause?
However,
The natural order should not be trifled with.
she'll smile and nod at you, a sort of a toothy smile. I've found myself in a bit of a dilemma. However, I need to deliver this packet of dispatches to the superiors, to Commander Niles. Commander Niles Breakbone. He's at Camp Vengeance at the moment, and I need to get there. I was led to believe, though, I could simply buy a horse in the city and just ride to the camp, but looking at the terrain and the conditions here, it's clearly not possible. I so desperately would look for an escort to take us down the river Star to Camp Vengeance, so I could deliver these dispatches. I would be able to pay and reimburse you for your time, of course.
How far down into the jungle is this?
Well, I do not know the area well. However, I'm led to believe that it is easy to find, as it is just a journey down the river. However, I'd say it. Have a look. Apologies, I'm looking for Matt.
What was the roll to insight? Okay, I'm not doing an insight on this person.
Probably, sadly, Barley, how you think of it is up to you. But she is seems 100% genuine to you. She seems quite dedicated to her mission. She'd say perhaps no more than a week. She'd say travel.
What is the distance?
It's probably around 70 miles. You probably
We could cover that in less time.
We could. That would be splendid.
You say it is upriver.
It is down the river Star.
Then we could probably travel much faster by boat. I saw canoes in the market. Looking around the group, probably 3 or 4 would suffice, and we would be able to make much better time.
You think you're going to get that thing of yours in a boat?
Of course.
Tie
She
a
has
rope around
no
his neck.
trouble with being in water. Do you, Jade?
Oh, that's
And
good.
it
She
snorts.
as well.
But we would need to purchase the canoes.
I could perhaps use some of the funds I get and donate the canoes to you if you help us in this endeavour.
Excuse me. Exactly what is in this for us?
Well, I could.
Helping a fellow, not human, a fellow being. This is what we should be doing.
Oh, God, don't give me any of that crap.
It is an excuse to explore further into the interior, Warbling. We need opportunities to get the lay of the land, and rather than simply travelling for no purpose, it would make sense to have a task.
We did have tasks.
And further, we should have tasks that take us beyond the city as well as those within. Sorry, I'm terrible. I didn't catch your name. This is to the half-orc.
There's a half-orc?
She was a half-orc, wasn't she?
She is indeed a half-orc, and...
Oh, a glare. Glare.
Your
am I
name was...
surprised that she's a half-orc, or am I not? Does that... By the way, does that... Is that unusual?
No, not really.
It's
Okay.
purely based on individuals, isn't it? They get persecuted as much as anyone else, but...
Yeah. Yeah, half orcs aren't particularly. They're not, run out of town or anything. Half orcs. In fact, this one has been accepted in the Order of the Gauntlet, so it's not that unusual.
As I said, sorry, Mum, I was not paying attention when you first arrived. What was your name?
No, I must apologise. The error was mine for not introducing myself well enough. My name is. Sorry.
I'll call her
Forgotten the
sorry.
name. Are you laughing or are you crying? So I wonder.
A bit of both. Where's she gone?
Well, we don't see her. She's not on our pictures.
This is one of the things I get when I'm running pre-done things. I can lose stuff and Usually you know it better when it's your own.
She is killed as she's about to tell us her name.
I found her. Undrill Silvertusk is the name. And
I'm Sana, and Undrill, the suggestion you were having about the canoes, it would be useful for us to keep them. We intend to be in the area for a while, so if you are indeed making a donation, it would be a non-returnable one.
it seems we have similar goals in mind. I have no need of the canoes once we reach the camp. Once we're there, I will be starting my tour there, so you are free to take the canoes after we get there.
Okay. That response, I'll nod to the others as if to say that's a good idea. We could make use of those.
As long as you don't put me in the same canoe as her.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the same canoe as that animal either.
Yeah, she might go feral. You never know.
She won't go feral.
At least with a proper orc, you can't fully trust him. But this.
Oh, sorry, you're talking. Woblin. I thought you were talking about Jade.
Well, I was talking about you.
No.
He was talking about Undrill. I
look the same to
don't
me.
understand you people sometimes. What is the urgency time-wise, Miss Silvertusk?
Well, I would like to get there in a reasonable time. However, we do have time to make suitable arrangements, and we don't need to cause any undue danger by rushing.
We have some more questions we need to ask in town. A day or two? Sana looks towards the others. I know how long my inquiries may take, but I do not know how long any of yours will.
A day or two would be perfectly acceptable for me. I am just pleased I found such a competent group to help me deliver my missives.
How did you hear of us, by the way?
I was inquiring at Golden Throne yesterday for assistance, and I heard your herald announce your presence and your dedication to your god, and I thought I would seek you out and see if you may be able to assist, and I'm glad now that I did.
Did they speak to you? Did you have an audience at the Golden Palace?
No, it seems they are quite difficult to gain an audience with the princes. If you did manage to gain an audience with them, you are doing very well.
smiles to himself.
Wait, did you?
So is that out of
Yeah.
That
Did
sounded
you?
in character. It's like,
in
did you?
character, out of character? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, I've got a meeting with one of the princes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can't remember which
You
one. It was.
mean
Prince.
we have got a Jasmine? But
No, I haven't got Jessamine. She refused. It was Prince O something.
oh,
I can't remember what was the. I can't remember the
We
name.
need to find out the names of all 7 of the princes.
We need to remember some of them. My chronicler will remember.
Where are you staying, Miss Silvertusk?
I'm staying at the Kaya's House of Repose. It's just a little to the south down the street here on your right hand side.
Well, we'll take the time we need to find out the information we need here, and then we'll come and get you.
Torm's blessings be with you. I shall await your arrival eagerly.
Ubtail, look over you.
She nods respectfully.
Do we wish her to obtain the canoes for us? Or
I would prefer if we obtained them, and then you would be able to recompense us for the outlay.
Of course, I must admit that this place is entirely foreign, alien to me. I do not know much of the ways of the jungle or this area. I hope to take a horse, but I went to the city gates and looking at the jungle, there's no way you could ride a horse through that terrain.
Are there even horses in this area? Well, I've probably gotten in a few.
There are. I have seen few. I feel that Miss Silvertusk's assertion is correct. They would not be appropriate for the terrain.
Well, you're right then. If you want to,
The local lizards would be appropriate if we did that, but we are probably travelling downriver by boat, so no mounts.
what's the organisation she was from? Something Fist, wasn't it?
No, the
Gauntlet.
Flaming Fist is the
Order of the Gauntlet.
other lot.
yeah, that's kind of fisty.
It is.
Yeah. Well, Helm is the symbol of Helm is a gauntlet. So.
That's me.
Should it
I
be
always thought it was a
helmet?
bit dichotomous in Forgotten Realms that the symbol of the god Helm is a gauntlet. When
Yeah.
but yeah.
Well, they're just
Yep.
choosing like random bits of equipment.
It should have been a shield.
Ship manifest stolen.
Oops. No one noticed that. I didn't know it show up.
No.
Moving swiftly on.
So,
Sorry, Parlin. Moving swiftly on. I think there's a meeting you want to go to.
I do. I don't know about the others. I was hoping Sana would come, sorry, as a local. She may have more sway.
I am not local, Lionel.
Sorry,
Local
not.
enough.
Yeah, not a local. Sorry, but as a. I
Understood.
don't know. What would you say? A more world weary, say, sort of thing, or.
I'm sorry, I do not understand the term. I have joy in the world. I'm not weary of it.
It's just a turn of phrase to say that you have perhaps travelled more than I.
Oh, okay, yes, that is correct. Definitely, yes. Who are we going to see?
Prince Skellen?
Otamu?
Prince Gallon?
Otamu? Prince Otamu.
I mentioned that name earlier to you. That's the boy in charge of magic.
well, weren't we going to the temple first? Because we're not guaranteed to talk to that guy. Wait, no, we got an audience. Never mind.
I fear they are the same person.
Oh,
No,
what?
are they?
You mentioned a Tamu.
Yeah, but you said temples. I thought he was in
Wakanga
charge
or
of
Tamu.
magic. Yeah, but I'm just
Is
saying.
this the same person?
No,
Well,
no,
that man is
no.
a temple.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're going to
that's
the
weird.
persons about. We're going to we were talking about going to the temples, and then he's got a meeting with the person in charge of magic, which are two different things because they told me there was two different things.
What's
But
this
somebody said that
person?
you were going to see Otamu. Wakanga Otamu is his name.
Yes, that's the boy in charge of magic, not the boy in
Yes.
charge of temples. I don't think. I don't know.
Wait, do we have an
Confusing.
appointment with him?
You not just say that, Gaz, to us.
Sorry?
You said in character that you had a meeting with him.
Yeah. I was talking to Sana.
See, you just said it there now.
So if you overheard us, then yes, you heard it.
Want me to roll something to overhear you? I don't
What's
know.
this
I don't
temple you are going to see?
know what that is.
Why do you need to see a temple?
We wanted to, they asked about the magical item, and they said that the temple or the prince in charge of magic would know. So that's two different places.
And the temple would be a reasonable place to start. They would obviously have the most experience of the malady. It affects their abilities the most.
Yeah, and also I think they'd be more likely to just tell us things. And the more prepared we are for the meeting, the better, I guess.
Yeah, let's find the god of secret magic stuff and ask them.
Skellen, while we've been talking, I don't know if you saw, I actually asked the landlady if we could have a keg of Tej.
Oh, of course, yes. It's I see you get a taste for it. It gets very popular. We export quite a lot of Tej. You can indeed. I think it might appear in the items. Let me just have a look.
Well, what's it made of, Tej?
Yeah,
It's-
they did, because you linked it to me and it will show you the price of a keg.
It's a honey-based drink.
It was like mead?
Yep.
Really disappointing thing, by the way. Mead tastes like white wine. If you ever had it.
Cask of Tej.
2 silver pieces for a cask.
It's an unidentified item still.
Should be identified now, hopefully.
Okay. 2 silver pieces. Cool. And
Is he going to charge you 2, or is he going to put the price up just for you?
did she charge me 2, or did she put the price up?
No, Misha quite likes you a lot.
Oh, that's nice to be like.
We are her entire clientele, so.
Yeah, you are. You have just bought the whole place out. Are you asking her anything? She's sort of about serving you.
Yeah, we were asking. We were going to ask earlier about the other 5 princes. What their area of
And their
what's that
names.
word? Portfolio. What their portfolio is. Of course, their names. Why would you ask them who the princes are if you didn't get their names? Are you saying that in character?
Some
or
people
character?
might just say
character.
the Prince of Dogs. It's not their name.
Who says these things? Have you met people that say these things?
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's not that uncommon. Like if you're just talking about a king, for example, you just call him the king. You don't need to give him a name.
Well, Misha will say there is Prince Akin Afa. Prince Akin Afa deals in. I'll check the images, might make them a bit more memorable to you. She'll kind of describe them as well. Akina Afa is a Chultan, a gladiator, once a slave, won her freedom in the arena. You really perhaps should visit the arena while you're here. It's quite exhilarating.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
Is she in charge of the arena? Is that she prince of arenas?
Sadly, she is retired now after winning numerous gladiatorial contests. She now deals in weapons, shields, travelling gear, rain catchers, saddles, wagons, canoes, those kind of items.
Rain catchers,
Let,
canoes.
let me guess though. If you want to meet her, you'll have to win in the arena.
I think she has retired from battling. However,
I'll just say she's in charge of items, and it's easier for me to say.
We need to buy some off of her.
Let's get the other princess.
Well, all the tradespeople in Port Nanthu, all the people who buy those items pay duties to her. She controls the sale of all of those items. So you can deal directly with a tradesman on the street, but in essence, you will be dealing with a keen.
Yeah, it would be a bit weird if she was the only one who could trade.
Yeah.
Well, how do you think the city would work? No.
It's just like anywhere. She's probably just the guild master
endless
of trade. That's it. It makes sense. I don't know why you're all picking on this.
Essentially, they pay a tax to her, and I imagine it as a way of dividing the taxes here in the port.
So, what's the other princess then?
She does on occasion trade in magical ammunition and magical shields, daggers, and yuckle woes.
We don't know what the soulmonger is, so maybe it is a weapon. Or a shield. Or
it could also just be like some tradesman, trader guy, monger of souls.
In addition to Akeen, there's also Ifrin Talroa. He is a somewhat elderly man. He is responsible here for the beasts and beast training. I must admit, I find the man a little distasteful. He doesn't often treat the beasts well here, and dinosaurs such a noble, even sacred animal here. However, he is the person who deals in them. Use them as beasts of burden, riding beasts, and also for racing and the like here in
Racing?
Not important then.
Oh yes, have you not heard? We hold weekly dinosaur races in the port.
Other guys light up at this.
It's a big event. There's much betting that takes place on them, and the teams wear bright colours. It really is very good. It occurs at the weekends.
Perhaps we can be in town for one of those, but we have other things to deal with first.
Yeah, like we need to find out who the other three princes are before you start going
Indeed.
Titans.
So that would be 9-day and 10-day would be the weekend, wouldn't it?
1492.
It was a good year.
Yeah, America.
It's a 10-day, isn't it? The week in Forgotten Realms.
It is. I think you should be able to see if you on the calendar with a bit of luck at the top right. You should be able to access the calendar. It is indeed a 10-day. Yes. We are in Alturiac, so we're at pretty much the start of 1492 at the moment.
Sure. I was going to ask: is there any other princes we need to know, or?
Well, that's 4.
Just making sure if we don't need to know the other ones, then we don't have to worry about them.
There's a mystery prince.
One thing I'll say, sort of in a GM way about this, is it's completely non-linear. You don't have to do anything, or have to. You could in fact bypass the majority of. You could bypass everything really, and sort of look at
fishing
and go
off the northern Cheltenham coast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's nothing you and really, yeah. So.
Okay, well, then we'll learn all the princes because we're bound to find some secret thing in this.
Jessamine is...
Researcher. What's that?
Cannot click that. It won't open.
Not sure where that came from. Don't think it was me. I don't think. Jessamine is
Glimmet. That's Glimmet's
Oh.
background.
She is somewhat. She deals with the Undercity.
Who does?
Jessamine.
Jessamine.
Just
Um,
we've got that already. You got a
it's-
picture for her yet? Yes, we do have a picture. Okay, doesn't matter.
She is rumoured to be able to sanction assassinations. She deals in poisons and other herbs in the city. Then there's Jobal.
Ooh, Jubal sounds like a nice name I can pronounce. Ooh, error messages. Why is that?
Don't know, it's a bit worrying. I'm gonna have to start turning off some more of the extensions I've got running. Anyway, Jobal is he deals in guides and sellswords. All of the guides who operate out of Port Nansuru pay him a tithe, and he also runs mercenaries. If you wish to hire any mercenaries, he would be the person to see.
Would he have any jobs? Mercenaries, or is he fully staffed?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure if you ask him, he would be willing to take you on. He's looking at you, especially somebody of your skill.
Ooh.
Though he has an unusual history, Jobal. He was once a guide himself, and he returned back from an expedition in the jungle with a cache of Chilton gold and jewels, but miraculously he was the only survivor of the expedition. The rest of the expedition died, and he returned back alone with the treasure.
Don't worry, people. You will not come back. I will not come back alone without you.
Do you mean to say is that in order to operate as a guide, you have to have paid this man?
That is correct in this port, yes. And this is the same for pretty much all our activities.
But
here.
I do not understand the way your civilization works. Does that mean if I am guiding our group through the jungle, I need to be licensed?
Well, I guess not unless you're taking money for it. Which you're not, right?
I hadn't planned on doing so.
Ah, that's good.
My chat's not working. Oh, that's why. Anyway, Kerry, he deals
Kerry
with
disconnected.
guides and sellswords.
Okay, thanks.
I was trying to type it, but nothing was coming up. I was wondering what was going on.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, I'm getting host connection lost now, but you'll restart in a bit when you, and then maybe it'll reconnect.
I'm just hoping that all my stuff's saved, because otherwise my notes are going to be... because I won't even put them in the game now. I don't write them out on a piece of paper.
So we've done number 5.
Yes, that was 5.
Jobal.
You can still read my notes. It's weird to read it, so even though I'm not in the game. So I've got Jasmine.
Wakanga Atamu.
Yep.
Kenny Afa.
That's 3, 4, 5.
Ifan
That's 5.
Tamaroa and Jobal.
Didn't get a picture of Mr. Otamo yet. Well, we'll hopefully get that.
Yeah, because she hasn't told us about him yet. So
The server hasn't come up yet. This is weird. It's actually done 3 attempts now. It's usually only 1 attempt and then kicks you out.
Yeah, it's taken a while for it to reboot from Loading up now.
And lots of dingly bingy noises in the background. I'm assuming it's the disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
Badger.
There's me dinging.
What was it? Oh. Thought I heard, well. Be fifth attempt. Be fifth attempt. It's all Glimmet's fault anyway. He broke the server when he disconnected.
It was because he was looking up Soulmonger.
Sitting there saying character sheet ID, blah blah blah, feature list, blah ID, whatever. It's like in Lotro, I had a guy say to me 000000000000, and then next to it said 0000000. It was all zeros, and I was telling him, like, can you admit, so what the hell's this guy saying to me? Brought back, oh god, I've forgotten the name of the game. Ultima Online. Ghost Talk. Is the server up now? Because I don't want to hit start and cause you problems.
Server's up.
Okay, connecting.
Yeah, it's not failing the connect now.
Something's giving me errors. I'll have to have a look. So I'm running quite a lot of extensions on here, so I'll see what it is. Anyway, I'm sure we'll muddle through for the time being.
Yep, back in.
I'm still loading.
Yeah, no character
Oops,
selection yet.
Select the wrong character.
Yeah, who's Druid?
That's not. Yeah, that I've accidentally took.
That's
the
your
wrong-
unnamed alternate character.
Yeah, how do I change? Ah, PCs.
You just right click it and say
Right click and release.
Release.
It's all good.
Oh, 2 character windows open. And I'm in.
I'm nearly all back.
Oh, there we go. I was going to crash there. Like, where's my note?
So we were on Jobal.
So the last one I got is Ifan Talaro.
And I think, yes, you asked a question there, Sana. Risha will say, well, it's only if you are practicing the being a guide as a trade here. You're advertising your services and selling your services.
I understand.
Find out, what was this person's name? Judo? Is it that
Jobal.
didn't save? It didn't save for me. Oh no! Please restart Fancy Grounds and reset cache and launch screen before rejoining game.
Oh, we're having that again, are we?
Network notice, client rule set download complete. Could not find icon, die hard. Rule set warning.
Okay, well.
It's the one starting with KWAY is the one that's giving me the error.
Quayothe.
That's weird. Shouldn't.
Yeah, it's not on my side.
No mind.
God, it's me again. It's weird.
So, Coyote is I pay dues to Coyote. She provides food, fruits, wine, ale, tej, oil, perfumes, insect repellent, and she takes a portion of my tej sales here.
Insect repellent. Sana takes a note of that.
Coyote is an interesting character. She actually grew up poor on the streets outside Port Nansaroo, and she managed to climb herself to her status as being a merchant princess.
Is she in charge of food, did you say?
Yes, fruits, wines, ales. Most of the food stock. Then we have Wakanga Tamu.
What's the other guy sell swords and what?
Jobal guides.
Okay, so I'm going to have to.
Wakanga is the prince who deals in magic and law here in the port city. He is fairly reclusive, but he keeps a large library and hoards law potions, scrolls, and that kind of thing. If you wish to purchase any, he would be the person to speak to. And finally is Xanthi. Xanthi is a true Chiltern noble. Her royal bloodline actually can be traced back to the old kings and queens of the old Chiltern dynasties, which sadly have been largely wiped out now. She deals in gems, jewellery, cloth, and armour in the city.
God, my client's locked up.
I've forgotten the innkeeper's name.
Misha.
I'm going to quit
Misha.
Fantasy Grounds and do your cash reset because I'm locked up now. I can't even do anything.
Okay.
Thank you, Misha. You have been illuminating. At least we now know the names of at least 7 of the people who are in power here. If only to know who to buy things from.
You're welcome.
And Lionel, you say you've got an audience with Wakanga Otamu?
Yes, just after lunch. I do not wish to be late.
So are we heading to the temple?
I would like to speak with Wakanga.
I'm sure you'll be able to when we meet with him this afternoon. However, temple in the morning, possibly. I now know of some things that are sold locally that we could make use of. I am used to the situation in jungles and forests. I fear that many of your city-based skins will not fare well to the predations of the insects that will be ever present. So we have some purchases to make. But certainly, Warblin, the temple is a good place to inquire. Which temple? Is there only one?
Oh, what was the name? I didn't. Clivet knows.
Savras was the name.
Right, that one.
Savras is a deity of wizards, fortune tellers, and diviners.
Oh, that sounds like.
That was the one he mentioned.
Do we know where the temple is?
Well, if you ask Misha, she says to the north of the city there are 3 hills, and on the centre hill rests the temple of Savras. It's a fantastic building. It's the symbol of Savras is a monstrous eye. there's like a crystal ball filled with eyes, and they've got a tiled dome roof resembling a unblinking eye staring skyward. It's really quite amazing.
Hmm. But what was our clue there? I think
It was it was just that the mercenary mentioned it to you in passing.
yeah, but why? Is that just a good place to ask?
Yeah, that's what he said. So he said he'd ask, but whether it's a good place to ask or not, I don't know. It's up to you.
Well, if it's a temple of fortune tellers and diviners, I suspect perhaps they trade in information.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Are there any other temples in the city, Misha?
Probably.
Oh yes, there's a temple to Gond.
Remind me what Gond does?
Certainly, so she leafs through a book. She doesn't. I leaf through the book.
Out of character, I know, but in character, no way that Sana would know.
Oh, it's you pretty much arrived next to the Temple of Gond when you came. It's
Cool.
She describes where it is. It's a boxy stone temple of Gond looms behind the royal docks. It's popular among Port Nansru's many artisans and craftspeople, Gond being the god of sort of crafters and ivory and smiths, ivory carvers, hydro engineers are all fond of worshipping Gond. Fond of Gond.
Mm-hmm. Gond Wonderbringer, I believe, was one of his names.
I can share that link actually, so I'll add that to the map. And also Wulkeen is widely worshipped. Wulkeen being the god of traders, and she has a magnificently large temple to the south, walled off nearby the Colosseum.
It seems we have many choices of temples to visit, although I do think that the Woblin, the one you suggested, is probably the best place to start.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know how to deal with those people. Glimmer probably does.
Look to Glimmet. Glimmet, do you know how to deal with clerics and priests?
No, why should I?
No, I mean because they were the fortune tellers and people. I don't know. Are you that kind of wizard?
There are kinds of wizard?
I don't know.
Look fascinated at Glimmet. This is all new information for Sana.
Read a book.
Oh.
Yes, there are many kinds of wizards. I do not particularly adhere to that religion, but I'm sure they have plenty of fascinating things to tell you.
So shall we head there first and spend the morning constructively?
I would like to go to Okanga, even though we're visiting this afternoon, and do some research. And I can meet you there this afternoon.
No, would probably need you at the temple. Like, what if they're running some sort of magical scam? Need someone to like see through it, maybe.
I'm sure they're very respectable. They're not going to fleece you, as you suspect.
Better be right.
Understood. So you wish to visit Wakanga's merchants first?
Well, if he is the purveyor of law, then it might take me some time to read through whatever he has, and this will involve simply sitting in the library reading, which I'm sure you do not wish to do.
Well, you think you're going to do that like in a few hours?
I can make a start. I'm quite adept at it.
It's his favourite thing to do.
Seemingly so. Well then, we shall head to the other temple, if everyone is in agreement. If we pass by any appropriate merchants on the way, then perhaps I can make a start with the preparing our equipment for the journey.
Indeed.
Okay, you making your way there. You will find some merchants on the route who you can buy various items off.
Well, it's sounding like they do insect repellent, which these guys are going to need. I need to find out what kinds they do and if they've got anything appropriate that'll weather the place. Yeah, rain catchers, because I know that getting water's going to be difficult. Because I noted you in the last session when you said when it started raining, the place sort of changed in appearance, didn't it? It was as if people had started making sure they could do what they could to catch everything.
Yeah, it wasn't so much. It wasn't so much that there's a lack of water. It was more like they seem to sort of revel in it. It seems like it rains a lot here, and when they do, they like to, they've got fountains, water wheels. Most buildings have got something that spin on it and that kind of thing here. However, you'll know that water is a problem in the jungle. You'll know this just from your survival thing, and it's such a problem because once it sort of hits the ground, you can't really drink it. It's difficult to find any water around that doesn't carry disease out there.
Because it just stands fetid, and in the heat it just goes rank.
Yeah. So even though there's a lot of water, it can be.
Each of those is still an unidentified item.
There you go. I should have remedied that.
Cool.
The canoes, you have struck up a rather good deal to have canoes brought for you, so that's good.
Oh, and they're quite big canoes as well, from the look of it. Up to 6 medium creatures, so we're only going to need 2.
2 should suffice, yes.
Block of incense, as I want to talk about, burns for 8 hours and repels normal insects, so that'll be good for a camp. Is there a way to get the stuff for the insect repellent into like something that you can rub on, or does the block of incense do the same task?
You can get
that the block will be good for camping, but if we're trekking through jungle, we don't want to have stuff having to burn on a canoe or what have you.
There's the salve option.
Oh, they've thought of everything. Okay.
So Salah would know everything we need, right?
She is equipped to cope in the jungle.
Right.
You also notice the Yuklwa on sale. Yuklwa. A spear. Locally, there's one of those on offer. And plenty of tags, which we've seen before.
Did we go shopping?
Well, we're on the way.
Yeah, so we have a spot of shopping on the way.
Okay, I won't delay that here, but I've got the details now so I can work out what we're spending. And
Sure.
And obviously the canoes are being bought for us, so we just need to buy them and then claim the money back from Undril.
Okay, so the Temple of Savras rests upon the third hill in the north of the city. It's got a prominent position. Savras is a deity of wizards, fortune tellers, diviners, and those who unfailingly speak the truth regardless of whether listeners want to hear it. His symbol is a monstrous eye or crystal ball filled with eyes. Savras's temple is one of the oldest, grandest buildings in the city. The tiled roof of its great dome resembles an unblinking eye that stares upward, skyward. There'll be, as you get there in the morning, there'll be quite a lot of worshippers around, milling around. There's not actually a service going on, but there's quite a lot of people sort of around in the around the outside. As you enter the building, however, it becomes much quieter, and near the pulpit at the end, you can see an elderly man, and he's actually been surrounded almost completely by three much larger men. He's fairly old and looks bent with age. However, there's three large, rather grisly looking men standing around him, and it appears that they're having some sort of argument. You can hear loud voices sort of echoing around the hall. It's difficult to make out what they're saying. If you want to make a perception roll, you can try and work out what's going on.
Someone perceptive, please.
I think I've crashed again.
Hold on,
Not a very good roll, unfortunately.
let me unshare that map I did with you earlier, Barlin. I think that's probably what's doing it.
Yeah, good.
Well,
Are we all doing a perception or just?
Yep, I'm back.
Or anybody who's there, I suspect.
So it was that map that was causing the problem.
Are we all together or?
We're together, apart from Glimmet, who's wandered off to do research.
How do we do perception?
Yeah. Roll perception.
It's a
Where's
skill.
oh skill? I can just see in the first page it says PRC and it has like underneath
That's your
perception.
yeah.
But it doesn't allow you to roll.
That's your
It's a difference in perception.
what's it called? Static.
Passive, yeah.
Passive. That's the one.
Yeah, so there's you got a passive perception which is used against you. Oh, that's very good. Okay, so Lionel, your keen ears and eyes, you will hear him say, I will not do it for you. I know your intentions. I know who you are. And you'll hear one of the men around saying, but this is worth 500 gold. Surely that was a good price for you to assist us. I will not assist you in this matter, the man says, and he's trying to sort of shoo them away, but they are sort of tussling him a little bit. What do you do?
I will stride over.
Follow Lionel.
fall as well. Look menacing.
Hang
Yeah.
back,
And call loudly over to them.
but within hearing range.
Young sir, are you in need of assistance? Assistance. Sorry, not assistance.
Are you insisting on assistant?
If you insist, the man says. No, he looks up and looks relieved to see you, Lionel. The three men around him turn and they'll scowl at you, Lionel, and they turn to the old man and say, "Very well, it is your choice, old man." And they start to walk out, basically, unnerved by the presence of you lot.
Someone should perhaps follow them.
Bounce.
You're okay, sir.
I am now that you have arrived. Thank you. I see goodness in your heart, sir.
Who were
And
they?
deeds should always
These are bad men. I saw they are Zentarim assassins. They said they were looking for a man, an artist Kimber. I sense much darkness about them. The reason why they wanted him was for it was for reasons which would cause much death and misery to many people. They must not have that information. But still,
you did
you.
well to stand up to them.
Well, I am glad you came. When you did, it was most fortuitous.
Why would they want that, I think?
Alas, I do not know, but this artist Kimber, he is perhaps one who can bring much darkness to Chult. Or maybe not him himself, but something linked to him perhaps. It is unclear.
Is it not that bad?
It would seem so.
Hmm.
I do not know of him. Do you know an artist Kimber?
Are you saying an artist called Kimber?
His name is Artist Kimber. 1 second.
The name is
Or
not
maybe even
immediately
Simba.
familiar to me.
Simba,
Oh.
maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, but is he an artist?
An artist? I do not think
Oh, I
so.
thought you said. Sorry.
Yeah, artist
Confusing.
Kimber. What, if anything, would we roll to see if we knew of anything about him?
Ridiculously hard intelligence, I guess. Go for it. Just to see whether you. There, I'm looking.
He's not a
at,
beast, so I'm not going to get advantage on this. So,
he's
but
definitely
otherwise,
not a beast.
basic intelligence check. On an 11, I've probably never heard of him.
Yeah, you've never heard of him.
But you say these men are looking for him.
Yes, they are. I do not exactly know their intentions, but I know their intentions are not good. They are evil men. Zentarim.
Well, if they want to kill that guy, then isn't that just good riddance?
Maybe.
I need to know how to react to the word he just used as well. Because again, Sana might not, but
What word? Kill?
no. Nope, she doesn't know anything about Zentarim. Other people might.
Well, we all know it. It's like, history.
You heard of the Zentarim? Barlin knows everything about the Zentarim. He's big mates with them, probably.
There were false rumors spread by malicious people.
The Lionel, you'll have heard of him as well. It's only going to be like a DC 10, I think,
I got
really.
12 to that, +1 to it.
Yeah. I mean, Santa could have, but probably she's, doesn't, just because she's not from round here or whatever. Anyway,
Yep.
those of you that do,
Outsider.
the outsider. The Zentarim is an unscrupulous shadow network that seeks to expand its influence and power base throughout Faerun. Its members pursue wealth and power throughout any means through public face of the though the public face of the organisation appears much more benign. It is a mercenary outfit. It is known, the Zentarim is known for providing the best mercenaries money can buy. In fact, Warblin, you'll have heard of them sort of regardless of check, really.
Oh, yeah.
The merchant princes hire Zentrum guards to defend city walls, and there's mercenaries that work on behalf of Port Nanzarim. You have not, however, heard of Artus Kimber, unfortunately.
It's okay.
How do we roll to see if we've heard of Artis Kimber?
It's an intelligence check. Really difficult.
Just straight intelligence. Oh, alright, no chance then.
Well,
You never know. You might get a
I'm looking for natural 20s, really.
That's okay. I had a natural 20 earlier, but that was for something else.
I have no natural intelligence, therefore no.
Our clever guy's not here. He's doing research somewhere else.
Thanks, Clement.
It's all right. If we just mention the name to him when we go in passing, he's got just as good a chance of going, oh, I know that name, when a random us says it as opposed to a random stranger.
Wait, so what were these people doing? They
There were three assassins, Zentrum assassins. They were hassling the priest to get him to use his powers to try and aid them find Artis Kimber.
That sounds like a quest.
So Zentarim assassins looking for Artis Kimber.
Gotta be careful with those people, though. They're some of the best.
Are they
Don't
better
get
than
their
all the
bastard.
rest?
Most.
Simply
Simply.
the best. Anyway, the old man will...
Better than everyone.
better than everyone. Well, he absentmindedly wipes his hand on his robe and then offers a hand out towards you to shake. Excuse me. Of course, my name is Grandfather's Tembe, and you would be. I imagine you introduce yourselves and shake his hand, unless you don't want to.
Yeah, I don't shake his hand,
Take
but I
his hand,
introduce
yep.
myself.
Am I your grandchild? You're my grandfather.
I think that's his title.
It's a title of affection. Most people, yes, could call me that. However, you must have not come here to hear of my troubles. How may I help you? What is it that you seek?
Right, what was it?
We seek information, Grandfather, on anything you know of this death curse. We've been employed to come here and seek out the cause.
Would the name of our employer be these people? Like, would it help to tell who sent us? Or would that help?
Sindrel Vane?
Oh, Sindra, I have heard of her and of the death curse, but I am surprised to learn that the death curse would be linked to anything in Schult.
Why?
Well,
Do you have a reason to believe that, Grandfather?
I mean, there's plenty of undeath around.
He looks thoughtful and says, "Indeed, yes, there is. And I can't think of a compelling argument why not, except for my love of the place and my wish that it has nothing to do with something so ghastly."
Well, perhaps it is something that has been brought to the peninsula, not something that the peninsula itself grew.
I see. And what leads you to believe that the cure, the cause of the death curse, is here in Schult?
The word of a equally foul being who was forced to speak truth. Far to the north was mentioned of something called the Soulmonger.
Soulmonger. I see. And he he looks thoughtful, and he'll lead you over, or he goes over himself. You may follow if you wish, to a font of water, and he begins to chant in an arcane tongue as he waves his hand over the water, which begins to smoke.
If only we had a wizard to learn that spell.
His eyes roll back in his head, and dramatically he will turn to you with just the whites of his eyes showing, and his voice goes deep and unnatural as he turns to you. He says, "A jungle city far to the south, enclosed by cliffs and crawling with snakes. A black obelisk draped in vines. This is where you will find what you seek."
Whoa, that's a bit cryptic. I think. I didn't actually hear. It just sounded like he was saying something cryptic.
City to the south, surrounded by snakes.
Snakes.
You know what? There's also cliffs.
Black obelisk draped in vines. What sort of place would match that description?
I reckon it's a city.
Yeah, it's to the south.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the jungle to the south is barely explored.
We'll get there someday. Don't you worry about it.
We have a direction, more than we had when we awoke this morning.
We need to bring some spider ointment. No, not spider, snakes. That's it. I meant snakes. Get something that can stop you getting snake bites, don't you?
Like a charming snake charming flute.
I do not know of a salve that repels snake bite.
I'll look into it. You've got time.
Is grandfather? Are you okay?
He will grasp the side of the font slightly and steady himself, and he turns to you, looking a lot more serious than he had done previously in your conversation. He says, I must warn you, there is a dark malevolence there. I dare not peer any further. To divine further would be to invite the thing to us. There is much danger if you should seek out this city. A great and ancient evil dwells within.
Understood, Father. Do we owe the temple anything for this service?
A donation is always welcome, but not necessary.
Yeah, sure. He'd be happy if we can save him so he can cast spells again. That'd be great.
Also, could you perhaps use your powers to look into, if you haven't already, the people who were here? What they might be after?
The Zentarim?
Yes.
I already did so. I got the...
Right.
Which is why I did not want to help them. I do not know exactly. I do not see the future in absolutes. I only get a feeling of what may happen. That if they should find Artus Kimber, then something bad, some misery will befall us.
Mm. You know what would be awfully convenient if Glimmer could send his owlets to us, and then we could give him notes for things to look up.
Glimmit's got his head in a book. Didn't hear you. So I've added another quest onto the quest sheet. You'll hopefully be racking up quests.
What quest sheet? There's a quest sheet?
Yeah, on the party sheet, on the extra bit.
Oh, okay.
So you should be able to at least keep track of those.
Where?
On the party sheet on the exp tab, there's a little quest box. Which hopefully
Where's
you can see.
X
I
tab?
don't have an X tab. There's
Do,
I've got
do you?
I've
Oh,
got
sorry.
main, inventory, and order.
Yeah, I apologise. I'm looking on the client. It's only for me, that bit. Sorry.
Well, it's good that you can keep track of what we need to do.
Yeah.
You may have to remind us.
Escort a priest.
I can share them, however, I think.
Signet level escort a priest.
Well, that was funny. They quit.
just
They closed
disappeared.
again. Yeah.
Oh, did they? You only see them while I've got them open. Okay, one moment.
I'll drag them into my notes so we can see them for future. Well, that doesn't work.
So you're it's about time after you've done some shopping, spoke to Grandfather Zatembe, and it's probably about time for your meeting with Wakanga.
Yeah, I've basically noted down what I purchased. I haven't done the canoe purchasing yet, but that will be done in due course.
Yep, I won't want to be late to see Prince Okanga.
All right, so
I'll
you'll
take
head
that
off
as well.
to see him, and your the Golden Throne is a massive building which has been repurposed to be a council building. Was once a residential place for some great trade prince of Am, and you're shown into a room which has a golden throne, and around it is set cushions for his guests to sit upon. And a large man, Wakanga, will grin at you with a large toothy smile and wave to the cushions. Please, my friends, take a seat.
Nod and then go over to the cushions.
After seeing your excellent herald yesterday, I granted you an audience. Sindra Sylvain, my friend, said that you may wish to speak to me. So here I am. I believe you are investigating a death curse.
Yes, thank you. You do us a great honour in allowing us some of your time. I know it is precious and valuable.
It is an honour to receive one of noble blood.
What, him?
All right, back there.
Yeah, quiet down on the
They-
cheap
they
seats. Yeah.
stood by the door. Yes, we have some troubling worries about the death curse. We wish to find out as much as we can to help.
Sadly, I do not know how much assistance I could be in this matter. I only know really of the curse through my friend Sindra, and she says that somewhere on Chult is possibly the resting place of a soulmonger, which is responsible for it. Though I have never heard of the soulmonger item.
Do you know what this soulmonger is?
I'm afraid I do not. In my library there is nothing that mentions it within Chult, though I suspect perhaps research in some of the areas within the island may help you find clues. is something I think has been perhaps new to Chult.
This friend of yours, would she be able to give us any more leads or clues?
No, I'm afraid this is all that she knows also. However, I can offer you perhaps perhaps I can point you in the direction of somebody who may be able to assist, or something.
Who is anyone that could be of assistance would be gratefully welcome.
To the west of the island here rests a what are they called? Ziggurat. An ancient ziggurat. It's all that now remains of the ancient city of Orolunga. The ziggurat is watched over by a somewhat evil though knowledgeable creature, a guardian naga. This creature is part human, part snake, and a powerful sorceress.
And how could a powerful sorceress help us?
She knows many things, and she is a very ancient, an immense snake of much power.
But I doubt she would be so willing to give us any information.
Well, some say she is evil. I do not believe that her heart is truly evil. I believe there is some goodness within her.
Can I do a roll to see if I know anything about Nagas?
Sure.
What would that be? Just plain intelligence? Or?
Intelligence, yeah. Sajin Nabaza is her name.
No. If you believe that she is of good, then she'll be worth us seeking out.
She's certainly some are some are scared of the Naga because of their snake-like appearance. However, these intelligent serpents can be wise, good, and beautiful. They protect sacred places and items of magical power. If you could find the city of Orolunga and the guardian Naga that rests within, she may be able to assist you in finding this item.
And where exactly did you say this city is? This ziggurat?
I know only that it lies to the west of the island. It is west of another ruined city called Mubala. Mubala is a place that has not been heard of for a while.
And what was the name of the city he was talking about? Was that Sajanabaza? Or was that the...
No, that's the Sajanabaza's the Naga, the guardian Naga.
Yeah.
Is this any? Oh, wait. The other the Flaming Fist people, were they in?
They're to the east, aren't they?
The east, yeah.
What's all these words?
Fort Balurian is where the Flaming Fist are. Orolunga is where the Guardian Naga is. Sajja Nabaza is the Guardian Naga. And Orolunga, he says, lies west of Mubala. All very vague.
All right.
All places we need to find.
It is, of course, not ever beneath Woblin to beg someone powerful. Good Prince, I understand that someone of your position is obviously well endowed with, well, materially.
Careful, boy, where you go with this.
Yeah, he likes the well endowed thing.
If you wish to give us any assistance, you say you say you have a friend who's affected by this curse. We might be able to help her if you, if we succeed in our mission, and our mission might be more successful.
I'm sure our mistress would be more than happy to extend her support to your friend as well.
Indeed. So, you may perhaps have the means to assist us, at least, perhaps financially. I'm going to do some persuasion.
Financially, well, yes and no. I could, I do trade in potions, both common and uncommon, as well as spells and spellcraft, spell scrolls. Seeing as you have noble intentions here on Chilton, are a friend of my friend Sindra, I would be happy to offer you a discount on such items.
Oh, well, that is appreciated.
We plan on heading into the interior, initially to assist somebody who has stumbled upon our path, but ongoing we are searching out these places. Who among the merchants would be the person to speak to regarding any maps or knowledge of what lies within the interior?
I worked with Sindra to gather together what knowledge we could of the area, and I believe she gave you a map which was the result of that. Very little is known of the interior, unfortunately, so a map would be difficult to come by. However, there are guides, there are people who have ventured to the interior who may be able to help you locate the whereabouts of some of these places that you seek.
Do you know, are these guides ones who we would speak to Joe Ball or his people about?
Joe Ball would be a good place to start.
Thank you, Wakanga.
You're welcome. And the accent, Sana, if I may say it. Where is your homeland? You are far from home?
Yes, I hail from far to the west, a land across the great oceans. I believe your ancestors would have come from there many, many centuries ago.
Some, I believe, and others. Your people, they have a long and somewhat dark history here. I do not come from that area. However, your people, got the name, one second.
You cannot load that. You can't see that potion because you cannot load the module.
You wouldn't want to buy a filter of lava oil of slipperiness anyway.
I was looking at potion of poison resistance. I'm being practical.
will the potion of poison resistance only against poison and not the venom?
Mm.
That will be.
Who knows?
I've forgotten the name from the other day as well. So
Is
Yeah,
Kerry
I'm trying to
going AFK, has he?
think so.
Hi, sorry.
That's all right.
Just wondering where you were.
Oh, spells. Yeah. Can did I get any research?
You he's basically offering Wikanga is offering scrolls for sale at a discounted rate for you.
Could he teach me spells? Because to learn spell from a scroll, there's a chance of failure. But if someone teaches you, there isn't.
I could potentially, though this is a very time-consuming process. Is there something in particular that you wish?
I wish to learn the web spell.
Web? You want to be a spider?
Which, because its gun duration takes half as long and half as much gold.
Make me a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage on it though. For someone who's completely unpersuasive, that was quite persuasive. Seeing as you are on a quest for my friend, and I would not normally assist. However, in this instance, and seeing as you are quite well, I like you, Glimmet. I would be able to help you learn that one spell. However, I would need some sort of compensation for my time spent with you.
Well, naturally. I wouldn't expect anything less.
So make me an offer and I will be willing to assist you.
Well, so for me, sorry. A level 2 spell scroll costs 100. It costs 100. It costs 50 for me, being half of 100. So
that's because it's conjuration, isn't it?
Guaranteed.
yeah. So I'll start at 25 and work up.
How much should it be? Sorry, mate. What did you say? Should be
50.
But that's
50
not.
gold.
But this is guaranteed that you'll learn it. Whereas, like you say, it's not with the scroll.
well as a one-off. He will for 25 gold. He will assist you.
Looks disgusting, Limit.
You got it half price? Of half price? That's a quarter price.
Well, a spell scroll, you already have the components in it. I mean, it's kind of more of an artifact than teaching someone. So it's a trade-off between cost and convenience.
He does also wish to assist you, but that'll keep you busy for a little while. And I think. Go ahead.
Sorry, for an hour, I think that would take.
An hour. All right. Okay.
I think it's half.
Yeah, because it's normally was it 1 hour per level, but then you get to halve it, don't you?
Oh, okay. So it won't take you. You'll do it after afternoon, after lunch, and so yeah, no problem. That's a good one. and possibly, I think it's about 10:30 and I'm starting to feel tired. I'm getting these great big black holes now as I'm talking to people. So I think I'll probably draw the curtain down on it here. You may put your spell on that.
Level 3.
Yeah, I think it's how this is panning out is you're getting a lot of sort of information dump really on you, but I think it'll all start sort of coming together, as we go on. So it's quite a talky information.
When we pick the thing that we're going to go, let's do this one, and it's going to be, oh my god, that's the Challenge Rating 8 adventure, and we all die.
That is possible, yes. Because I'm just throwing everything at you at the moment. But yeah, and really, it's up to you what you do. You can't really go wrong. I mean, you could, in fact, if you wanted, just ignore the whole death curse thing, whatever. But you're all doing great anyway. I'll give you some exp.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Oh, will I get enough to catch up with the others? That's what I want to know.
I doubt it, because I'm dividing it all evenly.
Did you put this all in the thing before you do this division thing? Because you didn't do it last week.
Well, we could miss you out.
There are 5 people on the party sheet.
There's 6 people here, isn't there? I count just 2.
5 people here.
Don't forget anyone who's already 3rd level, your next level is at 2,700.
What? It jumps up from 900 to 2,700.
Yeah, they get bigger.
God.
They have to get bigger.
That's how people catch up.
I don't think I'm catching up.
Well, we're only on 927 at the moment, so
I'm at 583, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Just want to get some fighting next session.
Yeah, it's a bit slow, but I think you'll get it will get very bloody.
we
Will
could
this?
have charged in and attacked the Zentrum assassins.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I did something exciting with my character today.
Well, we don't know that.
I know.
Yay!
Oh, Skellen, just one quick question. When I get an opportunity, I just need to gauge the emotional well-being of Barlin's mouse.
Of his mouse. Okay, I don't know. The mouse might like him. Does the mouse like you, Barley? Do you look after the mouse?
I look after that mouse like he was my mouse. Why is there 2 DD guides to rogues? That's weird. I'll take the second one.
But well, the guides to rogues are all different because they've all got the base is the same for the different classes, but they've got different options at the bottom depending on what book they're at. Yeah.
Yes, I'm saying there's 2 Xanafer stuff. I was wondering why there was 2. Right, I'm picking my. There we go.
I'm not sure I can even talk to your owl, Kerry, because it's not actually a beast.
No, it's magical.
Because it's a familiar.
Well,
But yeah, I can
unfamiliar to you.
read a beast's basic mood and intent.
Oh, that's interesting. Wonder what he bought. I must go and see. Right. Let's just say my character may have a little memory problem as well as the person playing them.
That's cool.
Makes it so much easier.
I think I'll
Okay.
stop the streaming now.